This is the RovyVon E1 Angel Eyes, and thank you to RovyVon for sending me this light, and we're going to put it through our full suite of tests as usual, but let's go into the specs real quick. So this thing is incredibly unique in that it is a dual fuel, meaning it runs on an internal battery, which is a LiPo battery, and then it also has a secondary backup source, which could be a AAA battery. So I'm just going to show you that right out of the gate. You pop this off right here, and then you turn the head on it and it opens up, and you can see up there's the head of a battery, and that is my Kirkland AAA battery that I have in here. So that just plops right in there, and then you put it in and you close it, and that is now your backup battery source. It can also be your primary battery source, and then your LiPo battery can be your backup. So to tell, you see that blue light comes on right when you turn it on. That's the battery that's being used currently. But if I have moonlight mode on and I triple click, it's now switching over to using my AAA battery. If I triple click again, hold on, it's now not in moonlight because I double tapped it. So I got to press and hold, turn it off, put it in moonlight, triple tap, and now it's back on the LiPo battery as primary. So that is incredibly cool, and I really like that feature. I think that's super cool. I like the shape. I like how just this overall size so far I think is really great. And I like the dual emitters on the front. I think this is a cool little light, but let's get back into the specs. So specifically on the LiPo battery that's inside, your max lumens is going to be 700, and you can get to that very easily with this back button. It's a press and hold, and it goes straight into everything you've got. It doesn't turn all the way on, but you can get to it with this front switch. With the front switch, you'll turn it on, and the first thing, if you press it one time, it goes into moonlight. And the moonlight is a 0.5 lumens, which I absolutely love. Thank you for doing that, RovyVon. It's a great moonlight mode. And then a single click is going to turn it off. A double click will get you to your normal modes. And then just a single click will scroll through them. So you have your low, medium, high, and that's it. Yeah, your high is the 700, your medium is 100, low is 20, I believe, and then there's that 0.5. But if you go, let me press and hold, and that turns it off. If you go back into that moonlight, and let's do that triple click one more time, we're now on our normal battery. So if I do my double click, there is my low, medium, and high. High is only 100 lumens, medium's 20, low is 10 lumens, and the moonlight is still at 0.5 lumens. So what I think the best thing about this light is that I have a way to get to low, medium, and turbo in no more than 2 clicks in the entire thing. So my moonlight is that single click, and then I can turn it off. My turbo is press and hold straight to turbo, and a double click, if I leave it on that medium, which is exactly what I'm going to do, will get me straight to a medium mode. So I don't really need to worry about switching through modes with this light necessarily. You totally can if you want to, but I will probably likely only be using moonlight and turbo and maybe a medium here and there. So I think that's incredibly cool, very innovative, love that. Really, really good UI in my opinion with this little light. I think the body is a polymer body, and the top here is just your typical anodized aluminum, but it just looks really good, and I know they have other models. This is the E1, they also have an E4 in titanium, slightly different specs, but they're pretty much the same light. With this one, the internal battery is 300 milliamp hours, so not huge, but honestly not to be expected with, this small of a light. Ultimately, I'm very pleased with this light so far, and this is actually one light that I really hope survives because I want to keep using it, but got to put it through all the tests. It is also only IP66 rated, so we are going to do our full water testing. Anything IP66 and above, we still do the 30-minute submerge just to see what it's capable of doing. Hopefully it doesn't die during that, but we will see. But just so you know, it is not rated for submersion. Not rated for submersion. I just happen to do a submersion test on anything IP66 and above, just to see what it's made of for you guys. So if it does pass that, hey, if I do end up dropping this in the water for a little bit, I think it's probably going to be okay. Or, no, this is definitely a light I need to keep dry. That's why I do it. We'll also do the drop testing on this, and hopefully it survives all of that as well. So let's get right into those tests. Right, the RovyVon E1 Angel Eyes. We're going to do the 30 minutes. Man, I am nervous about this one. I'm going to have it on low. I just really want this thing to survive because I really like it. It is only IP66 rated, so not actually rated for submersion. But you know that this IP66 and above we put in water anyways just to see if it is capable of doing that. And I got to do it for you guys. So start the camera there and we'll drop her in. 30 minutes. Okay, time is up. It is still on. Let's hope it completely survived. Pick this guy up and out of here. Ooh, come here. All right, still on. I'm going to check for water intrusion. We'll get back to you and we will do the drop testing. Okay, really good news. The Angel Eyes still works, no problem. There was some water intrusion, just a little bit. Nothing here in the emitters that I can see. Doesn't even look foggy up in the emitters, which is really, really good news. But there was water intrusion in the AA battery tube here. So it still works though. The AA battery worked even with the water intrusion in it. Then I opened it up, found it, cleaned it all out completely, and it totally still works. Turn it on, a triple tap is going to switch to that AA. Now it's in AA mode. It still works, no problem, showing that it's using that AA. And then I can switch it back to my lithium battery there. That is awesome. So huge win that this thing is definitely very tough on that water resistant. Just that seems like just that AA tube is not the IP66. So I would say definitely splash protection, no problem. You can submerge it for a little bit and it will be totally fine. Just clean it out. So that's awesome. But now let's get into the drop test without further ado. And this is the real test for it. On its head. Whoop. Head. Whoop. Oh, there we go. Turned off. Okay, unfortunately, the Angel Eyes did not survive that last drop. You can see that that LiPo light still lights up, and I can still plug it in and charge it and trying to screw with it that way, and it just won't turn back on, unfortunately. I switched to the AAA mode. That won't work either. The battery was slightly punched in on the button top, so I put a new one in. Won't work with that either. I think there's just something loose in the emitter somewhere, or the connections up top, that it just unfortunately will not turn back on. But it lasted till that last drop. It is a little guy, plastic housing. You know, I'm just wondering if everything's just held right up here, so it just got jostled around and just wasn't quite tough enough, unfortunately, for the drops. But I was quite pleased that it did survive the water test. That's pretty cool. It is a very small keychain style EDC light. It has a good little pocket clip on it so you can pocket carry it too. But, you know, I don't expect these to be incredibly tough. You know, pushing these is kind of what I do just to show you guys that, you know, hey, this light can really take a beating, or it can really be submerged for a while. And this one just can't be dropped, at least. So, you know, if you're going to pick one of these up, which I still highly recommend, I very, very much like this light. I love the functionality of it. This as a good little pocket EDC, or if you want a larger keychain light, this is the way to go. This thing is really awesome. RovyVon is a great company as well, so I'll reach out to them, let them know what happened during testing, and you know, maybe they'll try and improve on future models. But this thing's great. I'll have the link down in the description below if you want to buy it. That'll help self-equip out. Ultimately, thank you guys so much for watching. I wish it survived. It didn't, but that's okay. Not all the lights do anyways. And this thing is pretty cool. E1 Angel Eyes. Go pick one up. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next one.